sound like it, which is much less precise, much less refined, should we say. Robert, do you think the Sphinx was some kind of an object at the time? And just carved up? Actually, yes, they had some kind of outcropping. What we have to realize is that our Sphinx is under the surface of the plateau, so they actually carved down into the rock, down into the bedrock, carved the body. To this day, people have not Egypt, as you can see, sometimes in Egypt, many people are surprised that what they notice is you see pictures from a distance, you see the body is actually down to what's called the
This show is brought to you by Blue Apron. Go to blueapron.com and check out the week's menus and get your first 2 meals for free with free shipping. That's right, your first 2 meals are free and you get free shipping when you go to blueapron.com/Joey. You'll love how it feels and tastes to create incredible home-cooked meals with Blue Apron, so don't wait. That's blueapron.com/Joey, blueapron.com/Joey. Show is also brought to you by Club W. Right now, Club W is offering our listeners $20 off of your first order when you go to clubw.com/Joey and buy all of their great wines. And it gets even better. I know you hate paying for shipping, so Club W will actually pay for your shipping on orders of 4 bottles or more. So go to clubw.com/Joey right now to get $20 off of your first order with free shipping if you buy 4 bottles or more. And go to onnit.com and use code word church to save 10% on all of the great optimization products like Alpha Brain, New Mood, ShroomTech Immune, and ShroomTech Sport.
Oh shit. Lee's about to see the devil. It's Wednesday, June 8th. It's a beautiful motherfucking day to be alive. Lee Sayat, Brody Stevens, Uncle Joey, Becky's in studio. Are you kidding me or what? The church of what's happening now, bitches. Little old Def Leppard for you from 80-fucking-3. People were smoking bazookas to this fucking song right here. I was one of them.
Yeah, old school Leopard.
I still remember waking up and the drummer got in a car accident, lost his arm. I still remember waking up to MTV. That was the story on MTV, like breaking story on MTV.
They lost his arm, yep.
Lost his arm. I think it was January 1st, 1984. Or 85.
In a car wreck.
In a car wreck in fucking...
Europe or somewhere.
Yeah, England.
But he came back.
Sure he came back. He's still out there, isn't he?
One-armed drummer.
The one-armed drummer. Fucking giving it hell. What's happening, Brody Stevens?
Enjoy it. Great to be here, Joey. I'm excited. I'm thankful. It's in the neighborhood. It's nice. Summer's coming out. I'm exercising. I'm happy. I'm very happy.
I'm happy that you're fucking happy. You understand me? When I saw you a few weeks ago, I could see the happiness glowing out of your fucking pores.
Well, it was witch hazel.
It was witch hazel. Lisa, what's going on with you?
I'm feeling great. having a good day. Did some kettlebells this morning. I did 200 swings this morning. I couldn't believe it. It was crazy. We did 10 swings for 20 minutes. And that was
On the minute.
With 24 kilograms, which isn't super heavy, but
24 kilograms is 48 pounds.
about 50. It's a little bit more.
That's not bad, Lee.
Oh my God.
Fucking doing it. At least making it happen.
Wow, that's a lot. It's form matters, correct? It's not about weight.
Well, that's what they say. They always say, like the guy said, like, because I don't know, I get competitive with myself. So not every class, but I try to go up in weight. But he's the guy I go with is really big on. He wants it to be perfect form because if you're doing 3,000 with shitty form, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
So you try to get a number of swings in. It's a numbers game.
Well, no, it's a class. So he tells us, like, we don't always do swings. But for today we did 5 presses on each side and 5 squats, and we did that 4 times. And then from there, we went to swing. So every class is different. Yeah. So sometimes it's swing for 30 seconds and just see what you get. Usually it's every minute on the minute for like 10 or 15 swings.
Yeah, these kettlebell workouts, you do them. It gets your heart rate up. This high-intensity training. And I've been crying to them today also, but I just don't want to get carried away. You start feeling good and you overdo it. That's been my problem, but that's why I keep my weights down to like just the 25s and the 30s. You've been with
kettlebells for a few years now. You've been a proponent of the kettlebell.
Well, they were fun. They were fun to do, and it was good for once I can get that. You can get a great cardio workout and flexibility. So it was all for in lining you up. Kettlebells. Once you do them, you like them.
Now, you've always been a proponent of the workout. When I first met you in Seattle, were you working on that?
No. Okay. I played baseball. So I was in college. I played baseball. We worked out, but I was also playing baseball. Then I went to Seattle, and I really wasn't doing much exercise. I don't know.
And your mood changes.
When you exercise?
When you exercise.
Oh, yeah, of course. Those endorphins, sweat, confidence, getting a good stretch in. So, I mean, it definitely affects me. But, sometimes I'm taking too much caffeine. That's my problem, too. It's like, yeah.
You're a coffee dude?
2 or 3 cups a day. But I'll take a 5-hour energy. I need a kick sometimes to get me going, to get a workout in. But I'm not saying I have an addictive personality, but that could be my problem. But I do like working out. I like kettlebells because I feel like it's just
something. You do them outside in the sun.
I back in the day, I would my old apartment. I'd go out in the alley.
I used to love going to North Hollywood Park. I have 2 kettlebells in the trunk, and I'll go out there and get an 8-pound ball, and I'll stretch. I'll do some swings. I'll do some cleans. I'll do some sit-ups. Then I'll do a lap or 2, like just walk around.
Yeah, exactly.
You fucking get sore the next day, Jack. You're like, damn, I didn't even do nothing.
It's an underrated park, by the way, North Hollywood, and there's a little bit of an edge to it. I like it. I'll go there. I'll take a lap there. And the kettlebells, yeah, you just drag them, throw them around. My thing is I'm playing baseball also. I like throwing the baseball, so I sometimes can't overdo it when playing baseball because then my arm can be tender, my elbow. That's why form is so important on the kettlebells. But because I've been building up slowly and my pitching mechanics are better, I've been able to avoid injury. I'm wiser now. And I'm able to avoid injury. And I'm actually doing rehab exercises to strengthen the tendons around my elbow.
How do you sleep?
I've been sleeping great. I do urinate 5 nights a time. 5 nights a time.
5 times a night. All right, here's the clinker.
Yeah.
You ready?
Sure.
A doctor bumped into me and said that's what's killing me, because that's what was killing me. What kills me is you gotta fucking pee at night. And the older you get, Jesus Christ. So for about a year, my big thing was to stop at the Comedy Store and beat the clock and get a Starbucks venti, a fucking flat white at midnight. I could do a fucking venti at midnight.
Okay, yeah.
For the 30 years of blow, I broke that fucking thing. No caffeine don't work on Papa.
Gotcha.
I could drink a whole thing at Starbucks and be in bed 30 minutes later.
I could do that, yeah.
So, what that does to you is, because coffee is a diuretic, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, diuretic.
So you drink coffee at night and you're off and running. You're having nightmares about people peeing on you.
Yeah.
That's how many times you gotta fucking pee. You have nightmares about people peeing on you.
Yeah.
So I had to cut that out. But here's the secret. They say over a certain age now, they really confuse you. They say they want you to take an aspirin at night before you go to bed with a glass of water. And I'm sitting there going, I took a glass of water and then I'm back to square zero. The sleep apnea, everything goes out the window. Because what happens with me, my sleep pattern is basic. Let's say I go to bed at 11 o'clock. I'll sleep solid till fucking 4. That's 6 hours. That's 5 hours, right?
Yeah.
5 hours, okay. At the 5 or 6 hour mark, I gotta pee. So as I'm walking to the bathroom, I'm praying to God that this isn't a long fucking pee. If it's longer than a minute and a half, I'm done.
How about you pee for a minute and a half?
Whatever the fuck. You know, you're standing there, you're half asleep. I don't know if it's a minute, an hour. I don't know if it's draining out of my fat man body. So when I walk back, what happens to me is if I have a thought lingering that's been bothering me, and I let that thought get into my mind on the walk back to the bed while I put my sleep apnea mask on, it grows in my head like a fucking weed. And I gotta get up.
Really?
So I got sick and tired of that challenging my sleep. So I was talking to this dude, and he goes, what you do is when you're a comedian, you work on your legs. He goes, you do 5 spots in New York. When you get home, believe it or not, your legs have fluid in them. So when you go home at night, the first thing I do when I go home is I wash my hands. You're shaking all these fucking monkeys' hands.
Right.
You wash your hands, and then like get water, like a little bit, like 8 ounces, and I sit in the living room and I watch TV and unwind. I make notes about my set. I call Lee. I return a call, and I know somebody was up late. But the whole time, my legs are elevated.
Okay.
And you see that in that half-hour period that you're cooling down, you'll start peeing. Because your legs are elevated. So all that will, that's what happens. When you go to bed at night, your legs are elevated. So now all that water that you had in your legs, that your fluid that you're retaining, you got to pee it out.
I think some of it's also medication. You're on a certain I noticed when
Well, I got blood pressure medication.
Yeah,
so
that's
it
gonna
sucks
do it to
me
you.
the fuck out all too.
I'm just used to I'm just conditioned now to getting up and going to pee 4 times a night, and I go right back to sleep. By the way, I'm able to.
I'm gonna cut 3 of those peas. If I could cut 3 of those fucking peas out,
Give me a jug. I used to pee in a jug.
done. What you're gonna do is you're gonna put your feet up, go to
Okay.
fucking on the way home, go to Target, and go to the middle of Target and look up. They got those little feet posters.
Squatty potty.
It's $14.99. And you can take it off and hide your notebook in there, wet your pen, your pot pipe, your lighter, your weed, and put the cover over it and sit over it like a fucking zombie. So that's what I do. My shit's all hidden in there. I got a notebook to write jokes in the living room because I can't go into bed because my wife is sleeping.
Right.
So I put my feet up and I put a pillow up to elevate it over my fucking heart. And all that moisture in your fucking feet and your legs goes to your nutsack. And right before you go to bed, you drain your fucking veins.
They have beds for that, don't they? They're like the inclined beds.
Incline beds, but that means you're gonna have to get up in the middle of the fucking night, Brody Stevens. I'm trying to save you.
That's what I did the jug for. That's not healthy. I used to pee in a jug and started that in New York
Pee in a
City.
fucking jug. That's disgusting. That's like me shitting out the fucking window.
I used to do that.
What, pee in a jug?
Not in jugs, in like bottles or cans. If I didn't want to get up, hell yeah.
That's disgusting.
I was in a weekly hotel. I was sharing a weekly hotel with Lahai was there, and it was in New York City. That's where I got in the habit of peeing into a jug because you had to share. You had to walk down the hallway to use the restroom and go, you know what? I'm going to avoid the middleman. Give me that jug. Boom. Started peeing.
You were one of those hotels where the whole floor uses the one bathroom.
Well, I did that for the
$60
first.
a week. One of those.
Yeah,
Nothing
when I first moved to New York City, I stayed there for about, I don't know, a couple months while I was looking for an apartment, and I ended up finding a studio out in Brooklyn, out off the L train in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. So you told me to go to New York. You were the one who said, Brody, go to New York. You told me that in Seattle. They'll get you. Go to Surf Reality. Go downtown. Just be you. That alternative stuff or whatever you want to call it.
It's crazy how it just gave me a memory how when I lived in San Francisco, I was a full-time burglar. I would live in one of those hotels where people took the shower in the hallway. So I would rob them when they were in the shower. I'd wait for them to go in the shower, and then the word got out that people get robbed when they were in the shower. People were taking their belongings in the shower with them. It was like a fucking luggage thing they were taking.
But I would lock it.
Your apartment.
You got it.
Yeah, it didn't matter. I had a security key.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, what the fuck you think you're dealing with? Some novice? I'm gonna go in there. You open the door? That's a no-brainer. That's stupid.
Oh, you had the key.
I had keys, plural.
Oh, man.
I knew ways. What I would do, I would practice on my own door. Because all the doors were the same. So I would just practice on my own door. So when I lived in
How do you practice if you have a key?
Because you practice. You make believe you're fucking locked out. You never do that. Make believe you're locked out.
No, I don't ever.
That's how you find out if your house is burglar proof.
Oh, mine is. I've broken into my apartment here twice because I locked my keys inside, and I have that window. I still have to get that bar from my window, but I've broken into my apartment twice, and been like no one says anything.
On the second floor?
Third floor, yeah.
You climbed through the fucking things like Spider-Man?
No, because there's a window onto the onto the walkway, so I just pop it open and I slide through. But no, I don't do it just to see. I mean, I guess that would be a good idea.
Okay, so let's say you live in an apartment complex. When I lived in Snowmass in '83, I lived in an apartment complex.
Okay.
And that complex is A to K. So that's A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. 11 fucking buildings. So all the doors were the same. You follow me? So I would practice on my door how long it would take me to break into a place, like on the timer. What the fuck do you think you're dealing with? Some fucking asshole here? When I went deep, I went deep. So let's say your door has the railing there with the fucking thing. I practice how to get a screwdriver, pop it in, pop out that thing so I could sit my fucking. I used to get saws, those saw blades, and I would pick your fucking door.
And what happened when your neighbors would walk by?
Nobody would walk by. I was shoveling snow. They thought I was down there shoveling snow.
Were you doing this for fun? Was this a hobby?
When I was burglarizing?
Yes.
I was doing drug dealers. I would know who the drug dealers were. Even in Snowmass, they would go skiing.
Right.
And as soon as they got on that hill, they can't take that pound of coke with them.
So you were going after the drug
all
dealer.
the drug dealers in that neighborhood.
It's like a Pied Piper thing.
Like a Pied Piper, but for myself. I ain't giving them to nobody.
So you were robbing from like regular people.
Yeah,
These
I
are
was
bad
robbing
guys.
regular people. Oh, great. When I lived in a hotel up there, kind of tourists, I would get travelers checks and bring them down to Japantown and shit like that.
Right, yeah, for tourists, no problem. But
they get insurance on travelers checks.
you don't leave home without them.
Don't leave home without them. So I never felt guilty about travelers checks.
So yeah, drug deal, that's good. That's good. Breaking in there. You get a rush over that, right?
Oh my God. The other night I was watching a movie with Ed Norton and Robert fucking Juan. Movies of all time in Montreal with Angela Bassett, Marlon Brando. I got caught up because it's Jim Norton. What's his name? Jim Norton. Ed Norton.
Ed Norton.
My heart was fucking like I was robbing a place. And I loved it. I love that shit. I love that. That's a complete different rush than anything.
The score?
Like fight, yeah, the score. Like fighting is one thing, fucking is one thing, but doing something with a criminal activity,
stealing
for a long time, just anything of a
trespassing,
anything. I love it. My heart would beat a certain way, my ears would ring a certain way.
You ever try to sneak into places like events? Just say, let me see if I can try and sneak in, even though you can get a ticket or you have a ticket.
When I was a kid, I snuck into the garden for everything. Because what you do is you go to one game a season, so you go to a Nick game, right? Pay the $15 and you get the ticket stub.
Yeah.
So then you take $20 and you put on that stub. Next time you go to the garden, you stub your way in. That's what that was called in those days. So you stub your way in, and basically you don't have a seat. So now you gotta go get a seat. They let you in. You're in.
Wait, so for $20?
Yeah, for $10. You know, I went to see Ted Nugent and AC/DC. I put a 10 under a ticket and they let me in.
Yeah.
I went to see the Sixers against the Knicks on Christmas Day one time. I put a 10 under a ticket.
Gotcha.
And they let me in.
We used to sneak into the Forum for the Laker games.
Really?
Yeah. We would go in there. You can go into the Forum. We did it this way. So we would go in, and if you left, okay, this is what we did. Basically, to make it a long story short, if you left to go smoke or whatever, they would put an X on your ticket with a paper, like an X. So we took the ticket and we slipped it through the door, and our friend had the ticket stub. So now he had the ticket. We were in. Is this the door to inside to the outside? He had the ticket stub. He wrote the X on it. Went to where? Boom. We walked in. See what I'm saying?
Right.
It was like real easy. So we snuck into like Laker Celtic games back in the day.
Did they ever catch you?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Where would you sit?
This was like standing room only. I don't know, guys are moving around. We had I was like, I don't believe me. I want a seat. I'm not one of those guys who's comfortable bouncing around.
The Lakers played at the Forum?
Lakers played the Forum
for years.
Was Inglewood as scary back then? Like,
was it? When the Lakers played in Inglewood, was worse, guys?
Inglewood was all right, but no, it was like known as what it is now, kind of. It was like a little edgy, but the Forum, I'm sure, was safe in the parking lot. But I used to go to like 2 or 3 games a year, like, again, when the Celtics would come to town. Saw the Nuggets, Trailblazers, but yeah, we would sneak in. And then also the LA King games. My friend worked there, so we would get in, and there's a lot of that stuff going on. But that was LA back in the day. That was a spot to be. The Forum was just.
I was scared. Like the only place I ever tried to sneak into were movies, and I still.
That's even scary.
No, because I'd at least buy one ticket. It's not like I never really went
Yeah,
through.
you buy one ticket and go to 3 fucking movies. Yeah, they don't even give a fuck.
Oh, they don't?
They know you're doing it. You know who gives a fuck? That pimple face glasses motherfucker. That's 16.
I know that kid.
That wants to be a cop in fucking 8 years.
I've seen him.
He's the one that comes up to you and tries to spray you with deodorant and shit. Like, I'll zap you. But they even told him when he had a high, do not use physical altercation. Just let him. This guy's a fucking idiot.
What about getting a refill? I got busted one time for getting a refill at a Circle K in Tempe. Hey, the lady clamped down on me.
What'd she say?
She said you can't do that. I got the soda. It was like a 32-ounce thirst buster. It's Tempe, it's hot. I remember I'm drinking the soda. I'm looking at the magazines, checking out the stuff. Now, it's all halfway through. Let me go get some more. And she hey, you can't do that. I remember it.
Did she call the cops?
No, but she came down on me for it. You remember these incidents in your life when people came down on you for stuff. I remember at the circus one time. Have you heard of Circus Vargas?
No.
You heard of Circus Vargas is like a local circus. And it was over at Hollywood and Highland. And this when I was a kid, and some lady said I snuck into the big top. I remember she grabbed my collar. I remember it. So whenever I think of Circus Vargas, it's still around. I see it. I have flashbacks to that lady grabbing me, sneaking in, and I wasn't sneaking in. I'm a good kid. I'm so upset now. No, but I remember I got busted for some lady thought I was shoplifting. Some people I've been accused of a lot of stuff that I didn't do. I don't know why.
I got busted for cheating in school once.
Were you cheating?
Yeah, I was in 4th grade.
There you go.
And I had listen how stupid I was. I had the book under my shirt, and my teacher knew it, and he said stand up, and the book got caught under the desk. I was like, so there was that. That was terrible. I got caught doing what is it? Not shoplifting.
Masturbating?
Oh no, I haven't. That would be terrible. Have you guys ever got caught?
Almost.
I don't. What I was gonna say.
I got caught by an ex-girlfriend. She wanted to take a shower. She came out. I was sniffing her panties, banging one out. You know me, I'm a soldier at that time. It was 8 in the morning. We were snorting coke. I was all coked up. I just sniffed her fucking panties. She came out with a towel and she goes, "You're not sniffing my panties." I said, "You bet your ass." I'm like, "Come on, dude. Fuck that. You put these things back on, you're pregnant as a motherfucker."
What about shoes? Little feet and socks?
No,
You don't have a foot fetish?
No.
Really?
I like women's feet. I won't suck them or nothing like that.
But if a girl says, "Look, here's panties or a sock. What do you want to hold?"
Panties.
I'd probably take a sock.
Do you?
I think so.
Somebody was telling me that there's a girl that gets money for sending you grungy underwear.
There's a lot of girls who do that.
Yeah, they send you socks that are worn or shorts.
Oh, really?
After they go to yoga.
Sign me up.
What do you like about feet, Brody?
What happened?
Just the shape of the toe, the nail, the bones.
You gotta put your boots on.
Kind of like when they have when they're lined up good, and I like it when they're a little bony. And clean. I like them clean. I mean, I can get dirty though. I can walk.
I'm not a sex fiend with a foot. I like a woman's foot. I think it's beautiful. I think when I see a fat chick with fat feet and she has sandals on at the airport, I want to tell her husband, "Stop. You didn't advise her before you left the fucking house. You got some pair of balls." I would have said, "Honey, I love you to death, but you can't wear those fucking sandals. It looks like a truck driver's feet." I see it all the fucking time. And the guy should tell the woman, "Can I tell you everything? I love feet. I love you to death. You're a great cook. I love how you dance. But you can't wear those open-toe fucking shoes. Every time you wear them, I have a fucking heart attack. I wake up in the middle of the night sometimes. I think I'm next to a guy named Nick. Look at the size of your fucking feet. You're a Godzilla. But I love you to death. You're the mother of my children. But those feet gotta go. We gotta do something. They're hoofs."
What do you expect her response to be? "Oh, thank you, honey." Oh, that's so
I didn't know. Women don't know. Sometimes people just don't know. I got fucked up feet. I got fucked up everything.
I have hobbit feet.
I got fucked up feet. I got the fucking nail toe. People look at my foot in jiu-jitsu. I get all embarrassed.
I had eczema.
But what's worse? Did I put a Band-Aid on my toe? That looks like a fucking half a fag. So I might as well just go with the fungi toe sticking out. I don't give a fuck. I trim it. You know, I trimmed the fungi.
It's fungus?
I've done everything I could. Sebastian told me to spray the thing. Listen, I went up and got it blowtorch. Do you know that's the service? You go on Groupon, and you go to Sherman Oaks, and some Indian lady, because it's the only people that would do that, blowtorch your toe is Hindus. They're trying to get back at somebody. You go in there in the morning, they get a fucking hose with like a blue hose with like coldest air ever, and they leave it on your toe until you don't feel your toe. Then they blowtorch your fucking toe,
right,
with like a torch. And
yeah,
you see the smoke and the fungi getting burned.
Oh,
and you can smell it.
I was gonna say, what does it smell like?
It's like from the Dumb and Dumber movie.
Like you go from 1 foot to the other, 1 foot to the other, 1 foot to. My wife got it for me for Christmas. We tried it, and then I go home and I fucking pick the nail up and spray. Sebastian said he had to spray it on his toe for a year every day. So that's what I did for a year. Every day I sprayed it. Now the nail is half bots. Like I've cut half of it. When I go to hotels, that's where I do my footwork. I don't work on my feet at my house. I do footwork in hotels.
They have podiatrists on every corner.
Joey,
why are you doing this yourself?
What's a podiatrist?
A foot doctor.
What am I going to a foot doctor for? You ain't going to say he ain't going to help me.
He'll help you.
You got to trim your feet, and I got a sander.
Oh, sander.
Where do you get a foot sander?
You get them online. I got a foot sander because my feet crack and shit. I got fucked up skin. So what happens is I take my feet,
I had eczema.
I soak it, I wait till the toenail comes out, I cut the fungus out, I go deep, I take the brown stuff out.
Oh!
I definitely sniff it. You know me, you gotta sniff that shit. That's
You have to. You have the least.
Oh my God.
Do you like catalog it? Do you have like a diary with like different...
No, what you do is you take the toenail and you get some toe jam and you mix it all together like a toe ball. And you sniff that fungi nail.
Joe, I think I can help you. Let me ask a question. Do you take supplements? You take MSM? Do you know what MSM is?
I don't know what it is.
Do you take BioSil?
I don't know what
I take supplements that specifically focus on skin, connectivity, those tissues, those I used to have skin ailments. I used to have bad nails, skin, jock itch, anal lesions.
So I got a jock itch that I got a scar on my fucking leg. From growing up in Jersey and scratching, like I have a red scar. It's like somebody blew towards me. Like not by my dick, but away on my thigh. From growing up in that heat would kill me.
But these are for collagen. These are for nails. I take it. My nails get stronger. My eyebrows get thicker. I don't have, again, the jock area, the eczema. That's also mental. But I used to have those problems. I'm telling you. And I think if you tried some MSM.
MSM?
I thought you would. Do you know what MSM is?
No.
MSM.
MSM.
Yeah, it's basic stuff. MSM. It's in chondroitin. It's in joint stuff. But if you take it, it's strong. I'm being serious.
I'm
for skin, hair, and nails. Look at my nails. I'll scratch somebody. That's how strong they are. I would say when I heard that story about you having that toenail thing, I say give it a shot.
I will.
BioSil.
I got GNC tomorrow.
I'm gonna go out on a limb.
No, don't do GNC.
I don't think you want to stop, Joey. I think you like it.
What, the toenail?
Oh, like just the process of digging it out. Like, is that why you do it on the road so your wife doesn't see it?
So the maid sees, like, just cut fucking pieces of nail. I take some of the jam from underneath.
Oh,
and I have to collect them. I take one, I chew on it while I'm watching fucking the prison show.
You chew on the fungi?
Fuck yeah, I don't give a fuck. I've eaten hooker's pussy.
Oh. Do they get reviewed on Yelp?
Who?
They do. They have a back page for the hand job.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Can you send me the
link? Yeah, absolutely. Right now.
Joey, when you go when you do road work, when you're out there, do you get room service every day or you don't?
I gotta go out and see some hotels they put you in industrial parks. And it sucks because that hotel has shifts on food and you gotta eat their shitty food. That pisses me off. I always try to opt for a hotel with civilization.
Right.
If I'm in Vegas, since Vegas is one of the only places that gives you a food allowance, I'll go out on the limb and get room service because it's a fucking hike to the elevator when they put me in Vegas.
No, I mean cleaning. Like when you have a room service every day.
No,
cleaning.
No.
That's
I don't want nobody coming in my room.
That's what I'm getting at.
I got a sleep apnea machine. I got sensitivity stuff, and I got my computer.
So they don't pressure you, like, hey, what's going on in there? Why don't you want service?
No. They call sometimes and say, Can we get you towels or anything? If I need some, I just give the girl $5 and I'll take 2 towels or a bar of soap or whatever I need.
So I shouldn't feel weirded out or pressured.
No, I don't let nobody in my fucking room. There's one hotel I stayed at that actually called like 3 times. They're like, listen, it's a hotel policy. I said, ain't nobody coming in my fucking room. If she wants to come in my room, I gotta be in there. And it's another thing of trust. I just don't want nobody in my fucking room.
Gotcha. So there's a lot of guys like that, a lot of people like
I'm
that.
like that.
You don't have room service? I mean, room cleaning?
I do. Like, let me ask you, Joey, if you're on the road with your wife, will you? Because when I'm with Paula, I will, because she likes the bed made and all that shit.
Well, my wife is another fucking thing.
Right.
But I'm an animal. I can sleep in the same fucking.
Exactly.
I never like making my fucking bed.
I never make my bed.
I cover it up and I fix the pillows and fluff them.
Why?
But for me to do the marine thing and measure, I ain't doing that shit. I
I can't do
for 4
that.
years.
It's hard.
You have to have the what's it called in the corner?
I don't know.
There's a name for that. You pick it up and then you tuck the corner and then you have to put it over. It's got to have a crease in the side. Hospital corners.
Oh, right.
You got to have all that shit done. And I ain't doing no more hospital corners. I fluff out the sheets. I fluff the pillows. I don't like getting in bed and the pillows are fucked up the night before. It pisses me off and it slows me down. Now I'm pissed off again because nobody fluffed the fucking pillows. Now that's another half hour before I fall asleep.
Yeah, I've been making my bed recently and it feels good. There's a new change in my life. But you know, here's the thing. When you're a comedian or you're a go-getter or you're living day to day, it's like you feel different. One day you feel this way, the other day you feel next. Some days I'm inspired to do this, some days I'm not. Sometimes I'm eating here, some days I'm not. It's just hard to stay I mean, I'm doing good stuff, don't get me wrong, but it's hard to really,
Is it hard to be Brody? Or is it...
it's a very deep question.
No, the question is, like, I look at my life when I was unhealthy, and I look at my life when I'm healthy. I have a pattern in the kitchen when I wake up. When I wake up, I do a couple CBD drops. You know, when I wake up in the morning, I drink a cold glass of water with ice in it.
That's a great...
To get my fucking stomach going.
You're supposed to.
Then I put the coffee in. Then I take this fucking, for your throat, whatever the fuck that is, that shit, that vein in your throat. A thyroid. I gotta take a pill for that before I eat. Then after I pop that, I make a fucking fruit smoothie with almond milk and a bunch of fresh fruit and some frozen fruit to keep it a little thicker.
You're already ahead of the game.
Okay, and then after that, I fucking do a CBD drop, 7 drops in my mouth to break all the cancer in my body. There's some in there. Why fucking wait? You know what I'm saying? Then I fucking spray my nose with the antibiotics, the steroids.
How often do you have to do that?
Twice a day.
For how long?
Until I get the surgery on the 11th of July.
Okay.
Then I fucking take a shower, I wash my pussy.
Whoa.
And then I smoke some more dope.
You
And
got
then
it.
I eat my eggs, my 3 pieces of bacon, and my 1 slice of wheat toast. I don't eat egg whites, I only eat egg yolks. You understand me? I go right for the heart of the chicken. Why fuck around with that fucking creamy white shit that smells like dick? You know, if I smell egg whites fried, I get sick. Yeah, I can't even smell them no more.
So that's your routine right now?
Yeah, I switch it up. I get oatmeal with coconut milk. Who's better than Uncle Joey?
I like that. That's
then
great.
I walk my daughter to school. So I got to jump at 9 o'clock. I'm out there exercising along, maybe a half a mile. So I put a mile in. I do my breathing exercises and my walk. Dr. Belize's book. I do the breathing and the walking breathing exercises. Then I get home. I write for an hour. And I put my gi on. And I go to jiu-jitsu. And I get beat up by young kids. And I got to do sit-ups and push-ups. And I figure every time I go, I got to do 25 push-ups. So if I go 3 times a week, I do 75 push-ups a week. You know, this is shit that you don't do at home. I do that.
Right.
I get beat up. I work my cardio. I get my core stronger.
Okay.
I drink a little protein activity, 26 grams of protein, refuse my electrolytes.
Yep.
I also take a lime and I freeze it and I fucking grind the lime core because it's good for your asshole. What's that thing in your asshole people men die from?
Prostate?
Prostate. It's good
Or
for you.
colon?
Both.
Both of them.
So you shave the lime, that powder. That
Shave your asshole? I mean, the line?
You shave the lime, that little fucking
That's a lot of work.
powder that comes out of that lime.
Yeah.
I'm shocked that you do all this.
You put it in your fruit smoothie.
Oh,
You
it's
know
now
why?
in the smoothie.
Because I look in the living room and I see a little girl with
You have a kid.
ponytails. And I at least got to be around till she's 12 to navigate her fucking Cuban mind to awake those spirits. You understand me? I can't have her walking around half Momo. You know, it's a different game. I got to prepare for fucking 2020. I ain't got time to fuck around. So if I can live till she's 12, I'm good. If I can walk her down the aisle, that's fucking better. If I can see her graduate college, that's better. The way I look at it, it's every little bit helps.
Yeah.
Every little bit helps. I'm not dying for nothing no more. When we were young, we'd die for stuff. We'd stay up all night to catch a plane. You know how bad that is for you? To stay up all night to catch a plane. You know, somebody's told me that after I have the surgery, I'm going to lose 50 pounds off the bat.
What surgery are you getting?
My nose. And they said, this is why. Because when I first met you, you never breathed out of your nose. And since your body wasn't getting oxygen, that's what got you hungry. That's what made you eat all those sweets. He goes, once you started breathing and working out, the weight fell off, but I could still hear the shit in your nose. Because I was double taking it. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have the surgery. And he goes, no, you got to have the surgery. Your life's going to change completely. Because now you're getting more fresh oxygen, which makes your body. And I test my pH every morning. And it's really amazing because, like Dr. Belize said, when I leave, sometimes it's fucked up my pH. But after the walk and the breathing exercises, when I come back, perfect. 6.5. You go to Amazon, you buy the pH strips, they send you a row, and you do it every morning. And I never do it after jiu-jitsu. I wonder what it is after jiu-jitsu because you sweat fucking gallons with that gi on.
Yeah.
My gi is outside right now. I looked at my fucking pants from your back. How much is on your back? Never mind the strip from your ass. Your asshole sweats, your balls.
You wash the uniform every
day. It's in the laundry right now.
You have a washer and dryer?
Everything, yeah.
See, I know.
I hang it up. I have to leave my knee pads outside. Even cocksuckers don't get their knee pads this sweaty. That's how sweaty you get your knee pads at jiu-jitsu. Even people who suck cock for 12 hours, they couldn't get their knee pads this fucked up. And I think that's really good, just the sweat part of jiu-jitsu.
You got to break the sweat. That's what Matthew Matane says. Break the sweat every day.
It's like when I do kettlebells. I wouldn't go home until I saw the sweat down here. Like, I won't go home from a workout until this is all covered with sweat.
Gotcha.
Whether it's the elliptical machine, punching the bag, whenever I did all that shit on my own, that was my goal. I want to smell some of the reefer.
Coming through the pores.
You know. You want to smell some of this shit.
Apple cider vinegar. That's what I take.
That cleans it all out.
I can smell it, like, go through my pores. I've been taking that with some orange juice. I down it. It's supposed to be really good for you. The mother of the earth. Apple cider vinegar. They say it's good for just detoxing. I mean, everything. So I take that. I do need to drink more water. Go ahead, like
You were talking earlier about how important baseball is to you. Like, it would have changed if you couldn't pitch. Like, 'cause you do that a lot. I watch you on Periscope. You throw, like.
Well, that was a one-time deal, actually. That was.
Well, no, but you practice.
Baseball's in my blood.
Right. Like, if you couldn't do that, how would that change you?
I mean, it'd be. That question's coming out from left field.
It's about sweating because, like, I think that's what you do a lot to exercise. Like, that's what I was imagining. Like,
if I couldn't play baseball, well, I'd be depressed. I mean, I like throwing the baseball. I did play baseball the other day.
Do you have a bounce back in your yard or anything anywhere like that? You can just throw a bounce back, one of those things from the 80s.
I do have a bounce back, but I need to put it together with a screwdriver. Sometimes I'll go down. What I would do is go down to the high school, North Hollywood High School or Reseda, and I'd throw the ball against the wall because it's hard to get a catcher, like get a guy to catch you. But my friend, who's a coach with the Cubs, he's a Major League Baseball coach, so we would always throw. I play catch with him before spring training, so I always get like a month or 6 weeks in of like good professional catch with like a guy who knows what he's doing. Because if find a comedian to play catch with, sometimes it's hard. Like, they don't know what they're doing. It's not as fun. But when you're with a pro, boom, 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 get a good workout. So for me, I'll go and throw against the high school, or I'll do the tubing. I train like a pitcher, but I'm not actually pitching in games. But this charity game came up, and I had been practicing. I did throw a bullpen this year, on the side. I still have it. I'm not. But I didn't think I'd play in a game. I didn't think I would play. This game came out of nowhere as a charity game that a former Major League Baseball player put on. So at the last minute, they said, "Bro, do you want to go pitch?" I go, "I'll try," because I just played catch and I threw a bullpen in spring training, and I pitched 1 inning, then I went to 2, to 3, to 4, and it's like I look pretty good. So it's kind of like it's good for video. It's good for me. I enjoyed doing it. It was like, wow, I got a kick out of doing it.
Brody, my world is whatever keeps you happy. That's it.
Yeah, but it doesn't pay my bills.
Who gives a fuck?
Well, it's,
Who gives a fuck?
I think a lot of people can do what I do.
Listen, how many people?
But they have kids.
How many people have a job that can pay their bills, but hate their job, hate their wife, and they hate going home. Sometimes money isn't fucking everything.
Well,
money is not everything.
I just want enough to survive to keep doing Periscopes.
That's it. And you're happy as shit. You know, that's what a hobby is. To take your mind away from everything.
Drumming too.
Absolutely. You think I'm going to be a world champion jiu-jitsu guy at 53? Is that why you think I'm going to jiu-jitsu? You think I'm doing this to fight? I do this so for 1 hour it belongs to me. That's all I want from the day. 1 hour that belongs to me. I'm my own fucking Nazi. I'm my own Hitler. I'm my own Fidel Castro. I'm my own dictator.
Yeah.
For 1 hour, I leave the phone in the car. You know what? That audition could suck your dick. If something, the only thing that lingers your mind as a man is that something bad could happen. You can't be the ultimate. You're on your phone. When you train jiu-jitsu, if you're training, you can't check your phone until every 30 minutes. You go get water anyway. So something bad could happen. I don't leave my phone in the car because I enjoy it.
I kept this in the dugout. I checked between innings. It was pretty cool.
All right, whatever. But I'm saying when you work out, like, that's your own 1 hour. If that's what keeps you funny, is pitching against a fucking wall at North Hollywood High.
On Periscope.
On Periscope. Then so be it. That's what people understand. I believe in keeping people's powder dry. People gotta learn how to keep their own fucking powder dry. What do you mean keep your powder dry? Go off the deep end in whatever way you describe it, whether it's alcohol, drugs, any fucking way, losing your temper, yelling at your wife, anything that controls that shit is keeping your powder dry. If it means that you go to a fucking circus and hang upside down for an hour with monkey shit in your face, and you come back and tell me that you got a smile on your face, who gives a fuck? There's times I go on stage, I don't want to go on stage, I don't care what they're fucking paying. You know that? But there's times I wake up, my back hurts, I feel like shit, and I say to myself, I'm not going to jiu-jitsu with me. If I don't go to jiu-jitsu, my whole day's going to be wrong.
Do kettlebells instead. Bingo.
But I understand, and that's what I was doing for a long time. I would cut the I would take a shortcut with the kettlebells.
There you go.
And not go to jiu-jitsu. No, I want to go to jiu-jitsu. I'm treating this like being an open micer. And when you were an open micer, it was regardless of what was going on, you did that spot.
Yep.
Whether you felt bad, whether your cat was dying, you don't give a fuck.
We would go. That was guaranteed.
That was guaranteed.
Monday, Tuesday.
I had to apply the same technology to jiu-jitsu. Because, dog, when I wake up in the morning, I'm overwhelmed. Because
Me too.
Stand up. Your agent talking to you about stupid offers. Your wife talking to you about you saw a cabin and whatever. It's just ridiculous. So for 1 hour, I just disappeared. I don't give a fuck. I get on the phone, I say I missed 6 messages, and I fucking love it.
Could you do 2 hours?
Of what?
Disappear for 2 hours.
2 hours is a little tough in my world because of the baby.
I try and disappear for about 24 hours.
How's that work out for you? Not too fucking good. Not too fucking good. If I could fucking find you, you can't disappear that good.
No, yeah, it's look, I like doing the baseball, but of course I would like to do it where I'm getting paid for it somehow. When I do stuff on Periscope,
Why don't you become a fucking announcer? Why don't you become a
batter up.
Why don't you become a announcer?
It's not that easy.
Who said? Who said?
I'm a pitcher, Joey.
I know you're a pitcher. What the fuck do you think half the announcers are? Ex-baseball players.
Good point.
Okay, so get in
Stepping up to
there.
the plate.
You can work 6 months a year, make your nut, and the other half go on the fucking road.
I should be an announcer.
Are you fucking crazy? With a suit on, they take care of you, you go to different cities. Then it becomes the point where, let's say you go to Chicago for 3-night stand.
Yeah.
You do comedy one night.
Yeah, because it's a day game.
Who's better than
It's a
fucking
day game.
Where the fuck you think is Joey ideas? You know?
That's great. And I can promote the show during the 7th inning stretch.
See what I'm trying to say?
Take me out to the. By the way, I'll be doing stand-up later tonight after the game.
That's it. And people, you'll sell out every fucking place. You'll do theaters.
Yep.
Baseball players will come see you. People take pictures. It becomes a national fucking riot. Brody Stevens, why don't you fucking become an announcer? You got ends at Fox.
I need to
You have a
push.
tremendous
I'm
end
not
at
pushing.
Fox.
I'm not pushing.
So listen, start me up with college fucking games. You got girls in college that are coming out of high school announcing.
I should be doing. I'm
experience.
I'm
You know baseball.
the new Dick Vitale.
And with personality.
Vin Scully's retiring soon.
Yeah, what the fuck? You're sitting on the sidelines. You like baseball. You say it.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do.
Listen, Brody, the baseball. You're 46. Obviously, you're not going to get to the World Series. So you got to make it a different way. What's the best way? To be around pitchers, to be around baseball. You're going to be at the city with Chicago. You're going to be in San Diego for the weekend. I'm sure they're going to let you on the batting practice. Talk to the guys.
Yeah.
Throw your t-shirt into a segment.
Yeah.
Throw these minutes.
Exactly.
Bro, who the fuck do you think you're dealing with? You think you got something on this?
You were there at Best Damn Sports Show. You were there. You were there.
I was there with you on public access television
In Seattle.
1995 in Seattle.
Yes, you were.
21 years ago. So you're looking at two morons right now thinking, look at these two fucking momos talking about whatever. But you know what you can't take away from this? 21 years of comedy.
Yep,
That's
going for it.
That's what so many people can't understand. When Nate Diaz fought Conor McGregor, I had a bait that Nate Diaz. I go to jiu-jitsu. I see what the level of a black belt is. When they're a real black belt with a stripe or two, and they're in the fucking game, I lay on top of them, and they're not even breathing at me. They're down there fucking making a call to their girlfriend and shit. Let's not call you back. I got a 3-pound guy on top of me. Let me fucking flip him. It's amazing. But you know why I had that trust in him? Because he's been doing it for 15 years. When you have somebody, listen, if I came to LA and I got made a right by the store, and been delayed, I did my spots. I was 20 years. I wanted to raise my daughter, and I got out of it. People made fun of me and laughed at me. You know, you can't take away from me, bro. I was at that store for 20 years. I gotta be worth something. That's worth something. I had to follow Paul Mooney. You were there with me. You know, you gotta follow David Tell. You gotta follow people. And it's an experience. The experience that we got, starting with Seattle. We were there on Monday nights with Mitch Hedberg and the kid who died from the pills down in fucking Texas. And how many people have we seen come and gone in this business, bro? We're still in it. Yeah, and you know, people say, oh, well, you should be the Kevin Hart. I shouldn't be a lot of things. I should be in jail. I shouldn't be dead. I should be in a rehab fucking right now. But no, I'm in fucking Studio City with Brody Stevens.
Yes.
Still banging it out.
Push it.
And my little fucking Jew fucking Lee Syed over there. Look at him on 900 milligrams of pure Red Star THC. Meanwhile, you're sitting at home going, what am I going to do with my life? Look at Lee. Eating 900 milligrams at 4 o'clock fucking Pacific time.
I kind of want to take a drug test just to see what I have to do.
You know, it's going to come back. You got lizard blood from the tacos you eat over on Magnolia.
There's no lizard tacos. Okay. He always tell you, and any place I go, Brody, he likes to mess with me because I get in my own head. So, like when I go to get dumplings, he says, look for stray cats. There's no cats in Koreatown. And then for this, he says that this taco place has lizard meat.
They got arrested.
No, they didn't. There's Google. Google has every arrest ever.
So you got to Google like a weird animal. Maybe they got the animal room. Maybe they have a real armadillo meat.
What, it's a taco place?
Yeah.
At Magnolia?
Let's do what happened. When I first moved to fucking up here, I said, what a fucking score. I can go to the YMCA and walk around the corner and then go to that taco place and the whole room went, you don't want to go to that taco place. I'm like, why not? Is it bad? And in fact, I lied because I'd gone over there one time. I took Terry one time. She said, I don't like this. The meat looks kind of weird. And that's when I went back to the wine and I asked the girl, how come you guys looked at me all weird? She goes, that place got arrested for, I had like fucking, what's that?
Lizard.
No, what's that thing with the thorns on it? Not a porcupine, but the other one.
Amarillo.
Amarillo. What are those fucking things?
Armadillo.
Armadillo meat in there.
Oh, gross.
And they got arrested. They deported the Mexicans who were selling armadillo meat. Even if they don't have it no more, they still got the knives that cut the armadillo meat. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be involved with that shit, Lee. And you took your father, he got poisoned.
Where'd you take him? The taco place?
No, a different taco place.
Yeah, the lizard burrito?
No, he had a couple tacos. He just wasn't taking it.
It's always good on the way down because you're stoned. You don't know you're eating lizard meat. You think the weird. You're like, everybody says it's good, so you're eating it going, something don't taste right.
Oh. Lizard meat. Would you eat lizard, Brody?
No, I'm not. I like chicken, steak. I'll eat pork.
That's a good idea.
Bacon, mashed potatoes.
It's time for you to take it in a great direction. You'd be a great baseball announcer.
Right, I think I could work on it. I could do it. I just need to put the energy out there and make that happen.
Put a suit on, look good.
think it would be funny. I did the baseball All-Star game last year with the Periscope for Comedy Central. I did that. I'm actually trying to maybe one day I like coaching. They do have mental skills coaches in sports. In baseball, the Dodgers actually a few years ago had a positive energy coach. They had a guy, a Russian guy out in Malibu who thought good positive energy for the Dodgers, and they paid him like several $100,000 a year. That was the last owner of the Dodgers. But they do have mental skills coaches. And I'm that kind of guy. I'm not a psychologist necessarily, but I played baseball. I'm a good guy. I know psychology, bring a little bit of humor. Guys like having me around. There's a job there for it. I like being around baseball. I get excited being around. It's in my blood.
So would they come see you in an office? Would you go up to the field to them and go, hey,
I'd probably be on the field.
The other night you went 0 for 3. Is there something you want to talk about?
Yeah. Guys are comfortable talking to me. Like, they're comfortable confiding in me. So, and I think there's something to that. I know when I played baseball at Arizona State, we learned all that psychology, that's what I put into being positive energy. Yes, because it does work. It is mathematics in play. It does work. And then also, just being a Best Damn Sports Show, applying that, being positive, because when you didn't bring good energy, guys were slouching, the show wouldn't be as funny, lights would go off, things would break. But when I got those kids on that show to sit up and pay attention, these football guys, it made it for a better show. So I learned about, especially with warm-up, how energy comes into play, how it affects everything. It makes it for a better show. So I was able to work with all these kids, all the high schools, all the community colleges on, sitting up. And, they'd like be slouching. I go, look, there's Michael Irvin right there. He's won 3 Super Bowls. Michael Strahan, 2 Super Bowls. You want to talk to them? They're not coming over here because you're not bringing it. Let's go. These kids would come in like goofing around. So, but it really, those years at Best Damn Sports Show, those 1,000 shows, really, I was able to apply the sports with show business somewhat. But you know what? You can only do that so far. Hollywood's more sensitive now. The things I didn't warm up back then, I can't get away with now because these kids complain. They'll go on Facebook or they'll write an email, whereas before you could yell at them. They didn't. Nobody had anything. So the last 3 warm-up gigs I've done have not been fun because they just they don't want to cause waves. They just it's like the audiences are bad, and I care about the show. People don't care about the show. I've always cared about the show. I cared about Chelsea. I cared about Best Damn Sports Show. These shows, so these last few shows that I cared about that I'm not at anymore, people don't talk about them. Where I put my buzz and my energy, good things happen. So I stopped doing that warm-up. I started focusing on the Comedy Store. It's a hot club. I started focusing on Periscope. Boom, Prince of Periscope. So it's like whenever I put my mind to something, I can do it. So at the end of the day, nobody to blame. There's no blame. There's no negativity. But I feel like I'm in a good position. I'm shifting gears, going from being that warm-up guy to being that man. And there's a big momentum shift that takes a year or two to really get everything going and then push it in that direction.
A couple weeks ago, I went to the store. Dick Van Dyke was there to see you.
Yeah, Dick Van Dyke has been to my shows. Great guy. That feels good to know that.
The other night I went there, some Dodger dudes were there to see you. Some old dudes were there.
Dodgers have been there.
Your shirts and shit like that.
Yeah.
You have people out there supporting you. I mean, you have great support. You come on. Last couple of months, I've been sitting there with Lee, and Josh Wolf came on, Brad came on, a couple other comics. So I've known for years, because I'm looking at you and I'm remembering you from Seattle, only breaking your balls about the fucking show.
And what did he say the other day? That you were driving his car
down to Tacoma. Volvo diesel station. Volvo diesel station wagon, and I was in the back seat eating Chinese food, chicken teriyaki from next door.
How good was that chicken teriyaki?
Oh, that was good. They cut it with a scissor.
Oh my God, Lee, you would die. The fucking salad dressing. Oh my God, everything. We were in there all the time.
It was good.
I ate chicken teriyaki every fucking day in Seattle at one point or another. $6.
Yeah, it was a
$5.
deal. Yeah, if that. It was a deal. They were friendly. Not too friendly, but nice enough. Friendly, but not, they still had, they're very Korean or Japanese. But it was right there in downtown next to the Comedy Underground. And then that show, he went down to Tacoma. I think it was a bunch of us. And for some reason, I just wanted to sit in the back of the car. It was like, hey, and it was just, Seattle was it was a cool time to be there. And those late, those summer nights, it's daylight out, and it's just like kind of cool. And I'll get in the back in the hatchback, and that was crazy. Joe was like driving 90, speeding.
He questioned. Listen, what the fuck? Listen, I was
trapped back there like a dog.
I love Becky to death. But what Becky says to me, I went to San Diego. I want to take you to come back 4 hours. I want to smack you because I could do it in an hour 30.
Oh my
I got to
God.
leave at 11 o'clock at night. So I was telling him one day, we're talking that day, and he's pissing me off. He's like, fucking bait. He's like, no, you cannot make it to Gig Harbor in an hour and a half. I've been down there, and it's taken me 2 hours. I think I got down there in an hour. I just did 90. There was no signs. There was no stop signs in my world. How normal people drive. At the time, there was no license. Like, I had no proof that I had a license. I had a license, but I had no paper license. Like, I didn't. In those days, the last thing I wanted on me was ID. So I never carried ID on me. I ain't got ID, but I got it at the house. And they let me go. Nobody wants to take you home to check your fucking wallet. So, I just was in a different fucking state of mind. And I wanted to show Brody would take us down there, and it would take us an hour and a half to get down there. And we made it like fucking an hour 15. The other day I saw a picture of Tommy Easter on Facebook. Tommy Easter got banned from the Comedy Store. And he had called me up and he goes, can you get me back in? And I talked to, what's his name? He goes, give it some time. He fucking bitch slapped the main guy up there. He bitch slapped the fucking whatever. So, but I told him, like, the Comedy Store's kind of weird for comics when they come in.
Yeah.
That they have to have an experience. I cannot describe it to you. I can't write a book with a fucking. If Steven Spielberg, who's the author? Who's the best author out there today?
Stephen King.
Stephen King came over here right now. I could sit with Stephen King for a year and couldn't describe to him what I'm going to tell you right now. I saw Tommy Easter. He's put a picture up of him with 5 comics. Now, for people who don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, I'm going to break it down for you. When you do comedy somewhere else beside New York and LA, it's a different mindset. You get raised a different way. You're raised in an old-fashioned comedy community. The guy at the fucking bar is a cokehead. The guy that collects the tickets is an old-school comic that didn't have a heyday, but he really ain't shit. But he knows the business, And when you watch the movie Punchline, that's what made me jump on comedy. It was a fucking dirty club in the middle of New Jersey. And the comedy club manager wanted to manage comics because he thought he'd become a millionaire and blah, blah, blah. It's a greasy business. But at the end, it's your fundamentals. Okay? It's your fundamentals. When you move to LA as a comic or New York as a comic, you do not have fundamentals. This kid in front of me right here, I used to torture him at Monday nights about his. He had a public, what was it called?
Cable access.
A cable access show. 21 fucking years ago. So do you want to question Brody Stevens' resume or any comic's resume? Look at this picture. Now right there, there's 6 guys at Herbs or whatever the fuck they are. They're stoned. Between the 6 of them, they probably got $22.50 on them. Guess what? When they're sitting in their mansion 20 years from now, counting $100 bills, they're going to miss that time right there. Because there's not a day that I get on stage, I come off that stage at the Comedy Store, and I don't think of a night at the Underground. I cut my teeth at the El Paso Club. I cut my teeth in Houston. I started at the Denver Comedy Works. But where I became a comedian and where I saw the best performance of my life was at the Comedy Underground. Laurie Jo Martin is still around town. I opened for Laurie Jo Martin the first time. That to me, like I see Laurie now, she don't say nothing to me. And I don't, whatever, people are, different heads when they come down here. Till this day, I see Laurie and I would cut her thumbnails because she was the first headliner. I got the feature for her.
Right.
That's huge, Becky. That's huge. I couldn't feature nowhere else. I moved to Seattle. I called John Fox. He features me in September. Lee, you can't describe that. One of the best times I've ever had in my life was that week of the comedy, Seattle Comedy Competition.
Oh, yeah.
Because on that Sunday, we all went to Seattle, a football game with Al Triferis and the black kid with the kidney problem from fucking Portland, Oregon. That I used to call him Floyd. He lives in Michigan now. There was 15 people hanging out all week. You know, James Inman. And yeah, you like some guys. But for the most part, you did like everybody. It didn't really matter. We all knew what it was. You weren't going to fucking be on a movie or do a movie with Eddie Murphy. But I learned so much in that room. That's the first room I did 22 minutes in. You know, that's the first room where I improvised in. Think of all the things we learned there. Like, that was our first fucking trial and error room. That's it. That basement will lie in my soul for the rest of my life. And I got all the respect for the Comedy Store. And I'll tell you how strong that basement is. That there's 3 of us in LA right now from the same class. Fucking rocking it. Me, you, and Josh Wolf are still alive and kicking. Still alive and kicking down here. You know, we cross paths. I cross paths with you on the Best Damn Sports Show. You cross paths with him on Chelsea. How could that be possible?
Because we learned the fundamentals there.
The fundamentals. Did you see the movie, the 30 for 30? With Jim Valvano.
I've seen it.
The black kid that kept saying, the math of high school. I always thank Coach Wood because he did what? He taught us the fundamentals. And he showed the basketball game championship level. And the guy throws a pass and he goes to reach it with one hand. He goes, they lost the game. Why? Bob Wood, fundamental. You never catch a cross-court pass with one hand. You always count. You sit there and go, you're fucking right. Championship college basketball game. You know, we have the fundamentals. I mean, I learned everything in that club.
Yeah, I learned about a 3-person show. It wasn't a showcase club. It was a 3-person show. The weekends, you had the open mics with a crowd. You know, it was kind of a supportive.
Tuesday was very supportive. You know, 35 people, 50 people. But Wednesdays belong to us. So either me, Brody, Gavin, Josh Wolf, somebody else got the door, 70% of the door, and we promote it. And then we take the money, we give each other enough money to get weed, and then we go to that restaurant, McCormick and Schmidt's, and get the happy hour from 11 to fucking 2. They would have a hamburger for happy hour for $2, and have a shrimp cocktail for $2.
Seattle was great.
It was fucking great. It was, you know,
Summers in Seattle.
Whoa, I got arrested 6 times in 18 months. You understand me? It don't get no better than that, son. And it's amazing that you're here today. And I was on the phone with her yesterday talking about ridiculous.
Yeah, energies. Put it out. Yeah, I learned that. But you're the one who also told me, like, because when you start there, you get to a certain point. Like, I made it to where, okay, I was getting to do guest spots and maybe host a show. That's about where I leveled off because, you know, you come there, they don't know you. It's like you first impressions, and I was fine with that. And I sold my T-shirts for the Seattle Supersonics. I just learned to public speak. That was my goal, just learn to public speak. But after a few years, I felt like I was done with that cable access. I kind of had my voice, but I needed more. But I wasn't ready for LA. And you told me, go to New York. Joey was the one. So go to Surf Reality, and that for me was just like I didn't look back. I went to New York, and it was like right away I felt like
I told 2 people go to New York, you and Mitch Hedberg. Because if I go to New York, there's 1,000 people like me in New York. I'm going up against 1,000 Guidos in New York. If I go to Seattle, there's nobody like me in Seattle.
There wasn't.
And in LA, there's a few of us.
Yeah.
So when you're a comic, you want to go where you're a novelty. If you're a fat little Jew like Lee, you don't want to fucking go to New York because there's 1,000 Jews right here. Yeah, they'll relate to you.
So should I go like down south?
No, you'll get killed. You know, they'll fucking kill you after midnight. You know what I'm saying? Go to Beaumont, tell them I'm Jewish, jump around and shit. They'll stab you with a knife down there.
I was thinking Orlando.
Oh, they'll stab you down there too. They only want Mickey Mouse. Trust me. But no, you would go to like Michigan. That's part of the fuck. That's what builds the character. I get in the car with you and the gig starts at 8. Then we gotta leave at 5. And we got enough money for a tank of gas. To stop us, depending on how much gas we got, we could stop with an hour left and maybe get something to eat. There was no headshots in the car. There was no agents coming to the show. Nope. It was just me and Brody. Brody had 18 minutes and he was going to feature. And maybe I had 32 minutes and I was in the headline. Guess what? I don't give a fuck. I need $150. You know, that's a bond you build. And it's something to see that vulnerability that you remember forever. If you think I remember being all alone,
that's different. Why? Because again, these are similar identities, both carbonic identities, and that can undermine the effectiveness of the carbon. Incredible. Loving those stuff we see. Bring up another kasha. Here we do Kakos Shakto Shin, Ola Psula, Shakto Shin, Hulu Shiro. The Rabbi is saying they have a Kakos and shafted it for the purpose of an Ola. Ultimately, the carbon is ineffective, but it's possible. But if I shafted the Shin Hulu in this kasha, I'll know what he's doing. Same principle. The Mina Nachritba, the low Mina low Nachritba. But also, what you see from there, that it is only ultimately, again, what we'll call a similar intention that undermines the carbon. The min has to be the same type of intention, meaning substituting one carbonic identity for another. That's what undermines. The low Mina, the substituting an identity that has nothing to do with carbonos, ultimately does not undermine the carbon. You want to say, I got Tanya, but we learned here into this. Now, Tumum Tara. And we'll say, by the way, just understand the incredible privilege that we have right now. Right? We have carbonos and Tuma and Tara literally again on the same page. Two topics usually that when you see them,
and how do you end up there? You eat the junk food. Start snacking healthy with Nature Box. These snacks are tremendous, and right now you'll save even more because Nature Box is offering our church family 50% off your first order when you go to naturebox.com/Joey. Again, that's naturebox.com/Joey. for 50% off your first order. Number 2, here's something to chew on. Many recent studies suggest that having good oral health impacts your overall health. Yet most of us don't brush our teeth properly. You can start brushing better. You know why? Today! Because right now you can go to quip.com/Joey and get your first refill pack for free with a Quip electric toothbrush. That's your first refill pack free at quip.com/Joey. That's quip.com/Joey. The new way to brush your teeth. And number 3, Father's Day is coming. You see him sitting there, he sits there all day. What do you think when he happens when he sits there all day? I mean, your dad's a nice guy and the whole thing, but his ass is a mess like the rest of us. Just because he's your dad don't mean his ass don't stink like 10 dead billy goats. That ends today, because you're going to order HelloTushy.com. Joey, what's HelloTushy.com? How's my dad's ass going to stink differently? You know how? HelloTushy.com is a new portable bidet which you can install on any toilet. You understand me? And it works tremendously. It's got a 90-day money-back guarantee. Let me tell you something. There's nothing like getting your asshole washed with a little mist 2-3 times a day. You avoid bacteria, you avoid hemorrhoids, you avoid swamp ass, and now the summer's coming. You know what humidity does to your asshole? Right or wrong, you ever take a shit in the morning, and you leave the house, and you walk around, you mingle, but meanwhile your asshole's on fire. You don't know why your fucking little muffler's burning. You know why? Because you got that fucking backup drip. No more! HelloTushy.com will take care of that. Go to HelloTushy.com right now and press in at church and get 10% off. HelloTushy.com. Hit it! Oh shit. Wednesday, June 7th. Are you kidding me or what? I'm feeling fucking Minnesota, but look at California. Church, what's happening now? Lisa Ayat, Brody Stevens, the master, the Prince of Periscope, as they call it, the outfit. The Prince of Periscope. Who gives a fuck? The Church of what's happening now? Lisa Ayat, and your motherfucking Uncle Joey. Bam, bam. Kick this mule, Lee. They gotta hear the power shaking. Feel this power, cocksuckers.
Inside of another utensil, inside of a device.
Yes.
Again, the items in the secondary utensil do not become dominant. I will say, remember the caveat with it is it has to be that the opening of the second utensil extends outside of the oven, right? Because if the opening
Are you kidding me or
of the
what?
secondary utensils is open inside the oven, everything will become dominant. Okay, but then go. So home.
Kick this mule, Lee. Kick this mule, cocksucker. I want them to feel these drums and shit. Boom, pop, boom, boom, pop. What? Pop, boom, pop, boom, boom, pop, pop. 10. What's going on, Brody Steve? Hey, brother.
Excited to be here, Joey. Feeling good. Yeah, sunny, hot down there.
How much more was it down there?
Today it was a lot. You know, it was about 104 out there when I left. Yeah, and the Dodger game they played this afternoon was like marine layer, like 70 degrees. I thought it would be smoking hot here too, but it wasn't.
Tonight you'll go out. You can't fuck around this time of the year. You leave your house with a t-shirt, you go somewhere warm, you walk out, it's fucking freezing.
Yeah, it gets cold
That
today.
desert air comes in with the snakes and the coyotes.
You know, Palm Springs is just the cutoff, the mountains. It's like that's the first spot that the clouds from LA don't get to. It cuts it off, and it's just that's where the heat starts out there in that desert. And that's the great thing about LA growing up here at night. You got the marine layer, you got the ocean breeze coming in. So you go to a Dodger game, you got to wear a jacket. You go to Anaheim Stadium, it's cold down there at night. That stadium, they've got wind coming through there. Same thing with San Diego at night. And so you got San Francisco. Geez, all the cities are cold. San Francisco, LA, but you think LA and Anaheim, San Diego, it's mild. It gets cold at night.
What if it's a metal utensil or some other material that does contract too much, just exterior contact?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it gets cold. But we're lucky we're not in Chicago. You know, it rains, hot. You really got to read the weather there. They're, you know, they're not.
We only get so bad weeks over there. I know at the age of 12, I couldn't deal with it. I didn't really understand it. And I would walk. All frizzed up. I had the Jew throat growing up. And I just hated it. And I didn't really know the difference was when I went to Colorado.
So let's say, so just do so let's take a shot at this on one side of the pizza, and let's say there's another food item on the other side.
That's funny because I left New York not when it was cold. I left for the summer. It was, see, I can deal with humidity outside. I can deal with it going down the subway, even though that was really brutal. Because you get on that subway with that air conditioning, and it felt good. My apartment, I didn't have air conditioning. I had a fan and a water bottle. You know, that's what I had. So it was pretty brutal. And then but I did it. After 3 years of living in New York, I got it out of my system. I did the subway, subway, did the bus because the subway was not working. But you got to see a lot of different people, doing comedy down there, out there, and you got to take the subway. I did it. You're the one who told me to go to New York. It was funny, like you mentioned Colorado right here. That's where my mom was living with her boyfriend. So I actually went to Colorado for a little bit. I got to get out of New York. Went to Colorado, caught my breath, and then I moved back to LA in 2000. That was kind of my plan anyway, to be back here in LA in 2000. I had to, like I mentioned on the Periscope, how, I did an open mic here. I started here in LA. I went on stage at, I did one open mic in Chatsworth, and I did a comedy workshop at UCLA. I needed that, and we had our graduation class at the Comedy Store, and I did well back then. It was 93, and then I did one open. I felt like, I did well. It was a Sunday night. It was packed, bringing in 5 friends, one of those deals. Sandy Seashore. It was Paulie's sister, and the Comedy Store, I grew up with it, meaning like I saw it with my eyes because my mom's boyfriend lived on Holloway up in a high rise, so I could see the Comedy Store, Sunset Strip, and you could feel that energy. And I wasn't like a big crazy, comedy guy, but I could feel that energy in the Sunset Strip. But I would also see the lights of Dodger Stadium. It was just, there's something about seeing the lights of Dodger Stadium, knowing that there's a game going on there, there's a whole community going on there. You see the lights, and then you can watch it on TV. You can listen on the radio. But whenever I drive by a stadium, the Rose Bowl, I always look at it. I have to make eye contact with the sign. Dodger Stadium, I have to see the lights. I'm going on to 110. I look at the Coliseum. I have to make eye contact with the seats. Well, people thought I was from New York. Growing up here, they know that. I don't know. But yeah, growing up here, the Valley, high school here, Yeah, North Hollywood High, right here. How long has that been there for? That's an active corner. You got 2 high schools there. You got a rich kid. You got Oakwood, right next to North Hollywood High. Yeah. Well, that's the one in the middle of the block. Yeah, well, it's on Magnolia. It's on the other side. Oakwood's private. Rich kid, probably. Yeah, they have a full-time staff of crossing guards on Magnolia throughout the day. Like 6 crosswalks down. You don't see them, they have like umbrellas. Okay, so the school down the block towards the 101. That's how good. They built a bridge. Right, they just installed the bridge. It cost like $30,000 to go to school. There's probably like a petting zoo in the back. Yeah. Big wheels. It's fucking crazy. That stuff is, that's what I try and share on Twitter. I went to those private schools. I grew my mom, for a semester, and I knew it wasn't right. Which one? I went to like Valley. I think it was actually called the Valley School over on like Haskell and Sherman Way. The petting zoo, Notre Dame, other one on Riverside. Notre Dame's on Riverside. That's high school. That's respected. Number 1 baseball player prospect in the country right now. There was 100. Tyler Green. Is it Tyler Green? Yeah. If there was 100, yeah, a lot of money. Right. Campbell Hall. That's another one. Campbell Hall. These kids, they're rich kids. They got helicopter parents, so they're doing, some of the drugs. I gotta tell you what happened to it. That's right. My head almost blew up this morning. That's right. Talking about fucking kids. Very casually. I wake up, I clean the cat with a box. The cat's in the little coffee. I smoke some dope. The doorbell rings. I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, good morning. Which one? That's who comes in twice a week to help me with Mercy in the daytime and shit while my wife runs errands and shit. And she comes in the one, what's going on? Because I'm going to come here today, to Monday. It was news to me. So I said, well, let me finish up in the office. Let me jump in the shower and knock the fuck out of here. I didn't feel like eating eggs. So I just had cereal in the house for cornflakes and a go by. That's right. I figured I'd sit there for 2 hours, write a little bit and come back.
I get down to the coffee place, I get my little usual green tea, and I sit there, like, just one of the types of bed, I try to write a little story, and I don't care. I try to help the guy out whenever I go. I don't leave my dishes on the table. I pick them up and bring them back. I don't leave the rest of the fucking those people make good money, but they act like white fucking supremacies over there. Like they act like fucking, they don't do nothing. They look down on the Mexican help over there. They're disgusting fucking people who got a little bit of success in Hollywood, like mid-level writers or something. You think they're fucking Ingrid Bergman. You know, the women that pull in there, they just pull in there. They don't park right. A lot of women in there, they don't park right. Well, anyway, I'm sitting there, and the next thing you fucking know, the guy comes running to the back, and I'm sitting in the corner, but I don't smoke. So I don't know what's smoking and I'm not smoking.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Fair enough.
So I hear him say to one of the kids, do me a favor, can you put that cigarette out or go to that side of the coffee shop and smoke? The kid goes, yeah, man. And he walks away. I got earphones on? No, I don't. I'm sitting there writing. I'm looking up. I'm paying attention to my own world. You know, when you're writing, you're in your own world.
Right, hey, not paying attention.
But I'm looking in that direction, or something makes me look up, and I see the security guard running towards me. Right? Can I call you, Lee, and tell you about this?
No.
And he runs towards me, and I think he's going to say something to me. I don't know. I'm high. I don't fucking know. I'm just stoned in the corner trying to write. Mind my business, drink my green fucking tea, and at 10:45 I'll leave, go up with my gear and shoot jiu-jitsu. That's the plan, make a protein shake. It's about 10:20 at this time. I don't know why these kids are in school, and the next thing you fucking know, he goes, hey, I just told you to put that cigarette out. The kid kept fucking smoking it and smiling. So he tells the kid, listen, I'm asking you fucking nicely, right? He doesn't curse or nothing. He's a nice white people. He says, I'm asking you nicely to get up and not to call the police. And finally, there's this dude that's always there. There's this big fucking dude that's bald, like he shaves his head. You can tell at one time or another he could have been a roughneck. He's big. He has that white dog. You were going to Marine D, and there's a
white dog.
Yeah. He owns that white dog. And he sits there with another old timer. And they just sit there. And finally, for some reason, this guy gets up and he goes, hey, he's telling you nicely. I'm not going to tell you that nicely. Get the hell up or go put the cigarette out. Now I gotta turn around. Because they're gonna argue behind me. Or there's gonna be a fist fight fucking behind me and I'm gonna be right there. And I don't mind kicking one of these kids in the fucking kneecaps because you can tell they're three little pussies, right? The kid's smiling and he goes, not trying to put the cigarette out. Bro, this kid walked up to him. Finally, he was 3 feet from the kid threw a cigarette down and stepped on it. You're happy. The guy goes, okay, do me a favor, get out of here. And he goes, I'm not getting out of here. He's gonna have to call me out. I'm like, oh shit. It's gonna go down. It's gonna go down. I'm fucking oh my god. I'm like, god damn it. It's gotta be fucking witness. They're gonna ask me stupid questions, you know. Well, how the fuck do I get out of this? And finally, a big white dude is not chilling at the kid. Oh, little pussy. You ain't shit with your little fucking friends. You got no class. They got like a fucking Audi 829Z convertible with rocket ship rings, you know. And finally, get the fuck out of here. The kids head to their car. As they're walking in, the kid that was Johnny Smooth looks up and goes, I hope he's not a fucking actor. My dad's the executive producer of the highest show on ABC, and I'm gonna make sure he doesn't fucking hide it. He's all that is fucking. And he got this car and took off. That was his weapon. And his dad would give you a fucking roll on the whole European show. That's what I live with people.
What show?
To my world. I ran over, knocked on the glass, and asked him, Brody, I don't give a fuck what show. I don't want to do business with that little fucking Afro-fag.
Those guys don't show up at Starbucks. We get tweakers at Starbucks.
We don't, but you're in a little canyon, so you get somebody who fucking falls off the 101.
But it's literally only a 5-minute walk, if that, and it's two different worlds.
Two different worlds. I get you fucking people. Big,
Yeah, the screenwriters.
Yeah, the screenwriters.
I had my problem.
I sit there and listen to those motherfuckers talk, and I just giggle. That's the show. We play the tape recorder, and we play it, and we listen to all the bullshit stories we used to hear when we first moved in, because they're all bullshit stories.
I'd rather sit with the weirdos.
Oh, no, me too.
They're more interesting, too.
When I go over there now, if I go out during the weekend, Lee takes my set, Lee emails it to me, and I listen to it there. I put earphones on, I plug it on my phone, and I listen to it there in peace. And I listen to those fucking detective shows up there with the DVDs.
But it doesn't work to satisfy the owner's obligation.
Insurance,
You have to accept this to this rule. If you offer the company to an invention, the company is invalid. Without one of those two exceptions, face out, cover face out,
5 series, but I'll tell you something, the guy's up to his asshole in hockey.
so if it's not way out of the election says
Okay,
everywhere,
because I saw
it's not
that
face
in
out.
there 3
Now,
times.
those first short body,
And I've seen the 3 clients he's been with, he's horrifically bad.
if you go and
And he's terribly cheesy.
the companies are highly jealous. Not only do they have country owner's obligation, but ultimately again, they are not kosher as well. Incredible. So as the laws of Moses says,
They just had a meeting with
the Moses
CBS
says
Bio
it's not just
last week.
Pesach and Chathos, but we also include Usher. That was
On
like,
acting
again, one of the
class.
exciting things they're going to get to do
These
is
things
actually
been in 3
define
different
our
times
defined categories.
3 different clients. Every time I sit next to him like I'm writing, and I'm not looking at them, I'm just
Obviously,
listening to him.
they atone for different
Blow
things that
smoke
we
and
discussed.
this one
So
bastard
as
says,
just like a
he was there with a guy a couple weeks ago, and I looked like Mr. Olympia next to this fucking guy. And he's telling this tunnel road, the guy was bending the chair. He had to weigh 60, he was an extra on the 600-pound man. That's how big he was. Bending the chair. You know, and I felt